project, I'm gonna be taking my yarn and my 10mm hook. So to begin this project, I'm gonna begin making one of the front side pattern. The pattern for both of the front sides of the panel are exactly the same, the right and the left side, just to keep that in mind. And I am making a size small to medium because I want it to be like an oversized. So I'm gonna begin by making my slip knot, and then I'm gonna be chaining a total of 29. So once you have it chained 29, I'm gonna be placing my hook into that first chain of the row, and I'm gonna be placing one single crochet into that chain. Once you have your first single crochet, you're gonna chain 4, then you're gonna be counting out the next chain of the row. You're gonna be skipping these first 3 chains, placing your hook into the 4th chain, and then you're gonna be placing one single crochet into that chain, and again you're gonna chain 4, skip the very next 3 chain, placing your hook into the 4th chain. Repeat that for the remainder of this row. So once you have placed your very last single crochet to the very last chain, so to beginning on the second row, we're gonna be chaining 3, flip over your work. Now you're gonna be placing 2 double crochets into that circle, so once you have these 2, you're gonna be chaining 1, going over to the very next circle that you see. I'm going to be placing a total of 3 double crochet into that circle. So at the very beginning of the row, only placing 2 because the chain 3 that we first made kinda act like the third one, kinda act like a double crochet. So remember, the first chain only gets 2. Remainder throughout the row are gonna be getting 3 double crochet into each one. Now I'm gonna be chaining 1 and repeating that on the very next space or circle, and I'm just gonna continue this until the end of the row. Once you have placed your last double crochet, then to get started on the next row, we are going to be chaining a total of 4, flip over your work, and then chain 1 space between those 2 triangles. I'm gonna be placing my hook through that and placing 1 single crochet. Then I'm going to be chaining 4 again, skipping over the next triangle, placing my hook into the chain 1 space, making a single crochet, chain 4, and so you're gonna be repeating this for the remainder of the row. Once you're at the end, again we're going to be repeating the triangle row. So basically this entire cardigan is going to be repeating these 2 rows, circle, then triangle, circle, then triangle. So to begin on the triangle row, we're going to be chaining 3, So I'm just going to be repeating these 2 rows over and over again until that I get the length of the cardigan that I like. This is going to be until the length of your armpit, right before we are start to make the sleeves, right before making the sleeves. So I'm going to continue this pattern until it hit below my armpit before making the sleeve. You can continue if you want your cardigan to be longer, but I'm gonna stop here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and attach the sleeve directly onto this piece. So I just finished my last double crochet on my triangle. I'm gonna be chaining directly right off this, and I'm gonna be chaining a total of 60 because I want it to be longer than my arm. So once I have it chained off my 60 for my front side of the sleeve, I am gonna flip over my work and just do your best to make sure it's not twisted. And I'm going to be placing my hook into the first chain of the row, placing a single crochet, then I'm going to chain 4, skip over the next 3 chains, placing my hook in the 4th chain, make a single crochet, then a chain 4 and continue. So now I have almost made my way back to the piece. We want that chain 4 space to line evenly over the triangle like usual. There is only 3 chains left, and normally we skip 3 and place in the 4th. Since we are trying to connect it evenly, I am only going to chain it 3 in this row, and then I'm going to be going over the very first chain of the triangle of the double crochet in that very first triangle. So I hope that makes sense. So once I have done that, I'm going to be back to usual chain 4 going into the chain 1 space. So now that I have reached the end, I'm going to be continue with pattern. Chaining 3, begin the triangle 3, to begin the triangle row. Only difference is that I'm going to be working all the way down sleeve. So I'm going to be doing these 2 rows repeated about 6 times because, like I said, I want it to be oversized, but you do you. But you can do it for as long as you want. However wide you want your sleeves to be. So I'm gonna be continuing this, and then I'm going to be back to show you what's next. So I'm going to begin on the back piece now. So I'm going to be chaining. So I'm going to create a slip knot and then chaining a total of 60. So basically we're gonna be, for the back piece, we're gonna be repeating the same 2 chains that we have done in the front side. So it's going to be the exact pattern that we have done in the front side. It's going to be repeating the exact same pattern that we have done in the front side. So now I have repeated these 2 rows for a total of 20 times. So I'm going to be working the sleeve right after the. So now I'm going to be working the sleeve directly out of the last row of the 20 repeated pattern, just like we did in the front side. I'm going to be chaining a total of 60. So again I have reached my way back to the back panel, and I'm just going to be continuing as usual with my chain 4 spaces row, my circle row. So now I have made it to the end, and from here I'm just going to be chaining 60 for my other side of the sleeve, So once you have finished, to continue with the integrity of the pattern, you are going to be going directly into the triangle row. So we're going to be chaining 3, skip over to the 4th chain, placing my hook through that chain. I'm going to be placing a total of 3 double crochets through that one chain. Then I'm going to be chain 1, skip over to the 4th chain, again placing 3 double crochets. So now that I have made my way back to the back piece, I'm going to be continuing the triangle as usual. Then I'm going to be just continuing along the back piece to my way to the other sleeve. So now we're going back to usual with our pattern, except now we are joining the pattern with the sleeves. So I'm just going to be repeating this pattern for 6 times, repeating these 2 rows of triangle and circle. I'm going to repeat that for 5 more times because I'm making a total of 6 in the sleeves. So now you have your back piece, your both of the front sides. So now you have your back piece and 2 of your front side panels. So now I'm just gonna be connecting everything together. So I'm going to just crocheting everything together because that's the easiest way for me. So I'm going to be placing my hook, doing a row of single crochet. I'm gonna keep this chain pretty loose. I want to cinch the sides pretty much together a lot. So now I have gone ahead and attached all of the pieces together. So yes, that's basically it. Looks cozy, looks beautiful, very light and super easy. Actually really quick tutorial, very quick. This works up so quickly because of all these loose spaces and still looks really cool. Yeah, now I'm just going to clean up my work. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions you can just leave them down below and I'm going to reply to all of them. I will see you in my next video.